back to my channel. Today I bring you one of the videos that I have wanted to do for the longest time, and I'm so excited about it, and that is the 2021 book releases that we're gonna have. And obviously I cannot talk about all the books that are coming out in 2021 because there are too many, so I'm just going to be concentrating on the ones that I really want to get to and read. And I'm so excited, just thinking about them makes me really happy, and I really hope I can get around to reading all of them, mostly because a lot of them are sequels, so yeah, I really want to get to most of them, but we're gonna see how the year goes. Anyway, I'm very excited, and I'm gonna be talking about them in order of release. I'm going for the ones that come out the closest to January, and then at the end to the ones that are coming at some point of next year that we still don't have a very clear release date. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about it, and let's get started because I don't want the video to be extremely long and there are a bunch of books. So the first book, and I'm gonna be using my tablet because I cannot remember all the release dates otherwise, and the first book that is coming out is Light of the Jedi by Charles Soules in January 5th. And this is the first book in the Old Republic, High Republic era that Star Wars is gonna be releasing, and I'm so excited because that's a period of time that looks really amazing, and that I'm very interested to seeing how they do it and what they do with it. So I'm very excited about that, and the cover looks so pretty. I can't. It's also listed as an adult book right now. I'm not sure about that age rating. It just looks very weird to me. I thought it was a middle grade book, to be honest, but I guess it is not. We're gonna see once I read it what I think about it, but I'm so excited. Then we have Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, which is the prequel to the Hate You Give book, and it's coming out on January 12th. I had no idea this book was a thing until I started doing research for this video. I had no idea, zero. And the book is supposed to be 17 years before the Hate You Give happens, and I'm pretty sure it's the dad, the one that's gonna be narrating the book, so it seems like it's gonna be pretty emotional. If the Hate You Give has anything to show us and to be example of, it's gonna be pretty emotional and to say something very important, so I'm very pumped about that. I just don't know what to feel about it, like very specifically, because again, I didn't know it existed, but now it's definitely on my to-read list, and I just want to see what happens with it. Then we have Winterkeep by Christine Cashore, the fourth book in the Grey Ceiling Realm series that is coming out on January 19th, and this one, it's a book long coming. I'm pretty sure that Bitter Blue, the third book in the series, came out in 2012. So it's been a long time since the last book came out, to the point that I honestly really thought that the series was done, finished. And when this book was announced, I was very surprised. But now I really want to read it just to see what happens. I'm not sure exactly how things are gonna progress, but I guess I can see it happening and the plot that it can follow, so it doesn't scare me as much, but I am a little bit skeptical because it's been so long since the last book came out. Oh my god, it's been a long time. Then we have The Masked Folly by Samantha Shannon, the fourth book in the Bone Season series that is coming out on January 26th, and I have a lot of fourth books in this list. I'm realizing that, and it's really funny to me, but I'm so excited about this book because I love the Bone Season and how everything is going on, and if the Dawn Shores taught me anything this year, it's that it's gonna be super emotional, and I am so here for that. And the Bone Season series is just about this dystopic future where people with that can see the dead, stuff like that. I'm honestly not sure how they are called exactly, but you know, that can read cards and all that kind of stuff actually can do it, and it's like very, very real. And they are, of course, the outliers. The government that doesn't like them, so it's very interesting. Everything it's a lot more complicated than it seems. Fantasy as well, and I just love how everything is progressing. And at this point, I'm so excited. It's gonna be centering Paris, which is a city that I am just obsessed with. So I'm pumped for it, and I just can't wait to get my dose of Paige and Warden because it's gonna be adorable. Then we have Fireheart Tiger by Aliette de Bodard. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. That it's coming out on February 9th, and this is a political, fantastical, court intrigue kind of book. And we have our protagonist, which is Princess Tan. Probably not how it's pronounced. I'm really sorry. Princess Tan, and she was sent as ransom to another kingdom when she was a child, basically a hostage in the other kingdom, and she grew up there, and now she's back to her home imperial court, so it's an empire. That's very interesting, and she has to help negotiate with the country where she lived and where she was a hostage to, so that is very interesting. It's supposed to have some very interesting magic as well, so I'm interested in the whole fantasy thing, and also the political part, because I love a good political intrigue, and it just seems very complicated. Then we have A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, the fourth book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series that is coming out on February 16th. And it's so exciting. It's the first adult novel that Sarah J. Maas is publishing in this series, so that's gonna be very exciting. It's also the Nesta and Cassian book, so I really want to see what she does with Nesta and how everything evolves, because things are very tense with her right now, and I think she is a character that has a lot of potential, so I'm excited to see that. And I have a lot of content planned around this book, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm just really excited about it. Also in February 16th, we have Reaper of Souls, second book in the Kingdom of Souls series by Rena Barron, and I read that book this year and it was so good. It's African, I'm pretty sure, magic based book or series. I'm not sure how many books it's gonna have, and it's very, very interesting since are very high up in the point that we were left off, and it has one of the most interesting love triangles I have ever read, so I really want to get more into that, and I just want to see what Barron does with it, because the last book was very interesting and it had a lot of things that I really, really loved. And I just want to see what this one continues with and all the things, because last book was crazy, so this book is gonna be as crazy, I hope. A book I'm really excited to be reading, it's Princess of Thorns by Saga Hilborn. It's coming out on March 1st, and I'm so excited about this. It's a historical fantasy. I'm pretty sure it's historical fantasy in the Tudor era. It's in the 1483. It's in 1483, so it's a lot about the whole court and wanting to have power and marrying kings and all of that court intrigue that I love for, because it's just so dramatic and so manipulative and schemish. I don't know, I just really enjoyed the whole drama of it all, so I'm very, very interested in it because it sounds so good, and that cover is really pretty and intriguing as well. So I really just want to get to it. I can't wait. Then on March 2nd, just a day after, we have Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, the second book in the Last Hours trilogy, and oh my god, Chain of Gold was amazing. One of the best books I read this year. So Chain of Iron, it's gonna be insanely good. I'm already calling it. It's probably gonna be very centered around Lucy, since the cover seems to be about Lucy. So that has me interested, because her art is gonna be very interesting, a bit dark, I hope as well. And I just can't wait. I wish it was sooner than March, but I have to wait until March, and that's okay. That's okay. March 9 welcomes us with The Rose Code by Kate Quinn, and this is set in 1940 in almost the end of World War II, which is such an interesting setting because I always like that time period to explore a little bit more about what could have happened there at least. And we are following these three women who are code breakers. How cool is that? And they're trying to find a mole, a spy that is inside their government, their country. I'm not really sure exactly where they want to find him, but you know, it's very important that they do before the war is over. So it's gonna be pretty badass, it sounds like. I just can't wait for all the mystery and the trick that it's gonna have, and I just really like a good mystery that includes codes. I don't know, it's something I really enjoy, so it's right up my alley. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, it's coming out on May 4th, and it's a science fiction book that has a lot of promise. I read The Martian by Andy Weir and I loved the book so much. It's such an entertaining science fiction, so I'm banking that this one's gonna be pretty much that alley, though I think it's probably gonna be a little bit darker, since the whole premise is that the astronaut that we're following, which I don't think has a name so far, it's in this very, very important mission, and if he fails, the human race will, well, die, will be destroyed. But what really interests me is that he doesn't really know what's going to happen or what's his mission. I'm not 100% sure which he doesn't know, because the synopsis was a little confusing, but he doesn't exactly know what's gonna happen, and that's even more interesting because how is he gonna accomplish it or stop it from happening if he doesn't know what he's trying to do? I don't know. It's just very, very promising, and Project Hail Mary sounds like a very awesome project book name, very mysterious and a little dark, so I'm so here for that. Now upon the books that, even though they have a publication date, I'm not absolutely sure they cannot be moved because it's a little into the year, so I guess they could still move a little off date, I guess. And we have Witch Shadow, the fourth book in the Wishland series by Suzanne Bernard, which is coming out on June 22nd. And the Witchland series, it's just this fantastical world where you have very specific powers to people, and they're called witches. You have wind witches, you have truth witches, you have blood witches, and they're all very, very interesting to see all of these, but a lot of things are going on, and past and present are being intermingled and mixed, which I just love the concept of. I'm very interested about this book, especially because it's more centered around Isolde, which we haven't gotten to know the specific about her powers yet, so it's going to be very, very interesting. Then we have a batch of untitled books, and the first one is Skyhunter 2 by Mary Lou. Doesn't have a name yet, probably coming out on September 28th, and I'm very positive that it will come out in September because she has been publishing her books in September, so probably, very hopefully, it's September 28th. I don't know what to expect about this book because Ian doesn't even have a name yet, but I do want it to be very action-packed, and I really hope that it delivers in all the hard truths that we were promised in Skyhunter. So I'm excited. It's Mary Lou. I always enjoy her writing. Even if I don't always love her books, I always enjoy her writing, so I'm very excited about that. Then we have Crescent City 2 by Sarah J. Maas, which is probably coming out on November 2nd. Hopefully, probably, we don't know yet. And after the first book, the second book is just gonna blow my mind. Sarah J. Maas has very rarely left me down with her books, and her writing, adult writing, has been on point. I have so many theories for the book, so I'm very, very pumped, and I just love the idea of how the magic and science of modern day just mixes so seamlessly, and it's just this fantastical world with a lot of technology as well, so I'm very excited about that. Then we have the Black Volume of Death by Cassandra Clare, the third book in the Elder Scrolls trilogy. And this one doesn't has a publication date specific, that it's just at 2021, and I really want to get to it. I think it's gonna be timeline wise between the Dark Artifices and the Wicked Powers, so that makes it very interesting and makes me really excited. And that it's just my speculation, because it honestly doesn't say anything about the timeline or anything, but I'm really excited about it. I just want to get more Magnus and Alec, and yeah, that's basically it. I just really want to get to read it. And the last book in this list is Nowhere by Brandon Sanderson, the third book in the Skyward series, which is coming hopefully on 2021 and hopefully on November, because that's when he has been publishing his books. So I'm very hopeful about that. He started writing it already, so I'm very hopeful about that. I don't like the name, and I've been complaining about this for days, but I cannot like the name. I just like the aesthetic that the first two books both start with an S. I think it looks very pretty, and I was really banking that this book was also gonna have a name started with an S, so I'm very hopeful that the name will change. I'm not certain even that is the name. That is just what Goodreads has for now. I just really hope that they change it, because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I mean, I will read the book, I will love it, I will buy it, I will cherish it, but I will be salty if that is the name, because it just ruins the aesthetic, and just it's important to me. It's very important to me. But I just want to read the book, and I'm very interested in this sci-fantasy series. And that is the list of books that I'm very excited about to be reading next year. But yeah, I hope this video doesn't turn out super long. I tried my best to make it fast and short, but I don't think that turned out very well. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and let me know down below which book are you most excited about next year, that it's being released next year. Just want to get more books into my TBR? Yes, absolutely. And I hope you found something here that you want to read or that you are excited about. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like the video, and click the little bell icon to get notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you next week. Bye!